Hi guys! So last week I went on the Urban Decay site just on a whim and happened across the Book of Shadows, which is this one with the butterflies on it. And it was half priced, so I think it ended up being $29. And so I got it because I've been into their eyeshadows lately. I wish it was not in this big clunky thing, and you can't really pop this into a small palette, but I wanted to go through the shades and kind of review what I thought of this one. Okay, so first of all, there is a blue bus, which is like a periwinkle blue shade. It's kind of drier than the other ones. The other ones were super easy to pull up the color, but it's a really pretty unique shade. And Gunmetal, which I'm pretty sure I have in one of my other palettes, probably the Ammo one, that would make sense. I really do like it though. It's got a little bit of frosty shimmer, but it's really pretty. Cobra, which is like a brownie, like a very, very slightly green brown with gold sparkles. It's really pretty too. I think that would look great in a smoky eye, maybe with this one, Baked, which is just a gold. It's a really pretty shade. And they spread on so well, except that blue bus is probably the least good out of this batch. Ooh, pretty. Alright, so Bender is a very vivid foresty green, and it's got a really good texture. It does remind me of Humid a little bit from MAC, so it's still a really pretty color, but I think it's dupeable. But if you get it in here, Gravity, which is a really pretty sparkly purple. My hands are shaking. And then Lost is a very cool bronzy color, kind of an antique bronze. And then Hijack, which is awesome. It's like a teal color, and it's just the gorgeous, gorgeous blue teal. And these are very pigmented too. They go on super smooth. Yeah, I was going to say, which one is it? So I really love that Hijack color. Then the next ones are Midnight Cowgirl, which was actually very powdery. Like, if you can see, I just pushed my finger in it and it's like caked on there. So it's very smooth, but I feel like there might be some fallout issues with that. But it's a really pretty golden color. It's just like a neutral gold. And then Sin is kind of a pink tone champagne. I have this one in another collection too. And then Midnight Rodeo, I really love this one. It's a very natural shade of, kind of a browned natural shade. And then Crystal, which is a purpley, bluey, silver color. Actually reminds me of, gosh darn it, it reminds me of one by MAC. I'm not sure what eyeshadow it's called. Wow. Yeah, that Midnight Cowgirl looks amazing though. Okay, so Crystal is here. That one is the Midnight Rodeo, which looks really pretty too. Sin, you can definitely tell how pink toned Sin is in between these. Otherwise I always just thought it was champagne. And then the golden Midnight Cowgirl. I can put that over my entire arm pretty much because I put so much. It does have glitter in it, which I've heard their glitters can have some fallout problems. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, then we have Bust, which is like a very light concrete type brownie color. I think it's kind of boring, but I bet it'll be really good for, random like deepening things, and it kind of would work for if you did like a vintage look. I love doing the vintage eyes sometimes, and then you use mostly mattes and satins. That and the missionary color. Wow. The missionary color here is kind of it's like a satin finish, like a little deeper than Sin, like a little less champagne-y. I'm not sure how to put it, but it's called Missionary. Skimp, which is a very, very light nude, extremely light, like white nude. There we go. And I have that in a previous palette too. I only have 2 palettes, so I have the Ammo one, and then I have the Marzipose one. And I like these, the size of them, because they're much more convenient. They could have made it so that you can pop out, like have a palette in this thing and it pop out. And then Zephyr, which is a white. Just like a blinding white, like off-color white. And here you can see the real color difference on these. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. That one looks super dark when I'm putting it up, but it's not that dark. It just looks like it because it's next to all these other ones. And then in this kit you also get a Super Curl. Is that this one? Yep, Super Curl Curling Mascara, which I had in, this is just not my day. Here it is. Here's my old one, so I can open this one because I've used it. I don't want the other one to dry out too fast. So this is their Super Curl. It's just a really short, wired rubber brush with a slight curl to it. And I think that one, I just don't like that you can't put really more than one coat on of it. I found that at least. And then they have the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, Precision in Perversion, which I actually wanted to test out because I actually am getting low on my lash stiletto, or line stiletto by Maybelline. I'm getting low on it, so I wanted to check this one out. It's very glossy, which I kind of don't like when a liner is super glossy. I like when it dries more matte because it just looks wet still. I don't know. It seems like a decent quality though. I'm just like rubbing it and it's not really going anywhere, so it's got long-lasting power at least. And then it came with a tiny little, well, it came with like a speaker too and some cords, but then it came with eyeshadow primer, the original one, just a tiny tube of it. So I like that too. I used the Sin one actually, the Sin eyeshadow primer, but I really like this. The one downside I would say is like the way they packaged it, because this is like a book, and it's called it's like called Book of Shadows or something, or it's like, yeah, something like that, but it's huge, and like I really like the butterflies. I have butterfly, obviously, I really like butterflies if you've seen my tattoo video, but also the top has a little mirror. I see myself in the mirror, and it's got like a little thing that you can scan and get looks. Woo! Like different look things. I don't know. It was alright, but for $30, I'm really glad I got those eyeshadow colors. It's just this packaging is horrendous for me. It like, look at this. This is my other palettes, and they're just like, they should have done like maybe had the eyeshadow palette in its own little palette and then had it in this if they wanted to package it so much. I don't know. But anyways, that's my whole thing for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!